It is the 17th of February, and we're still holding holding here in Newton. The rain's passed since my last video, and well, now we're sitting in kind of muddy, semi-dry woods. We had a lot of flooding. We had this crazy rain that came through about a day or two ago, and it was followed by fog, which was really screwed up because it's the most rain we've had here in ages. I mean ages. And what happened, Cow Creek down the road and part of our highway down here, it flooded over, and it was foggy and it was dark. Because immediately after the rain came through, we got fog, and it was like less than a quarter of a mile viewing distance. And we had to return these blockbuster movies in the middle of the night before the time ran out. And man, the people around, the locals around here, they're like, man, everything's flooding, it's so foggy you can't see. And it was. I swear a deer could have jumped out in front of us. We'd have not seen it in time. But there were a lot of people around that were talking about it. And we just drove back today. We drove back over Cow Creek, which is a little creek that has like one of those earth bridges over it. It's basically a tunnel with some rails on the side of the road, you know. And it was to the road still, which tells me that it probably was most likely over the road and maybe a couple of feet deep when all that rain hit. But everything around here, the lakes are full. The lakes, some of these ponds are full out to the street. Just insane. But anyway, you know, all that's done. And so here we are, you know, still in a holding pattern for our house. We found a house that we like. And we're hoping we can pick it up for cheap because the guy didn't take care of it, you know. And that's pretty much it. The guy's in Vietnam. He's on vacation. We won't be able to hear from him until after about March. And, you know, who knows. Anyway, that's what we're doing here. At least we found a home site we're putting bids on. And hopefully we'll get it. We're giving the realtor cash. But she did something really screwed up, man. She called and told us about, you know, what was going on and that she hadn't heard from the guy. And then she goes, oh, by the way, seems I remember that a while back somebody put a bid in on that land. And Mom and the rest of us freaked, and it was just lucky we didn't jump on it because I think it was just to jerk our chain to get a little more money out. Because when Mom asked, well, how much did they bid on it? She says, I'm not allowed to tell you that, blah, 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 you know. And I'm really thinking she did that to freak us out and get us to up our offer, which we don't have a huge pile to offer. But man, I can tell you, I am so tired. I'm so fucking tired of dealing with realtors. If I ever live to 100, I will never sell or buy land through a realtor ever again. It's a complete joke. It is. These people have to be compulsive liars to run this thing, man. And they're complete jerks. They are complete jerks. It doesn't matter what your story is. It doesn't matter what kind of rapport you think you have with them. Realtors are complete shit. The ones that I've run into so far are complete garbage. They'll lie to you just as soon as tell you the truth in front of your face, and they'll do it straight-faced. So, anyway, the ins and outs of buying property and the ins and outs of waiting for property, you know. I just, man, like I said, if I ever have to do this again, it'll be too soon, man. And I hope I never have to buy land again or sell land. We're buying it cash, so we don't have to worry about that again. But if you're doing business through a realtor and a banker right now, you, my friend, are a dumbass. You are a dumbass. That is all I have to say about that. But we also took the dog up today to the vet. Found out she had heartworms. And thankfully, she's only 4 years old, so the doctor seemed to think he could knock it out in time. So everybody out there who knows us, you know, kind of pray for Molly. She's going through a lot. She just got a broad spectrum vaccine and a rabies shot, and she's not doing so well. She's a little under the weather, so we put her inside where she didn't have to run around or anything. But it's going to be interesting for her. She's got a 3-month treatment to get rid of the heartworms. And it's really, really strong poisons or antibiotics or whatever it is. And they're saying that it should get rid of it completely. And we put her on a what do they call it? Heartworm preventative medicine. There's a trifecta, and supposedly she'll never get it again. So we'll see. You know, these things happen. Any outside dog you have, if you're not treating it for heartworms, it's going to be a sad, sad thing when it passes. So if you have an outside dog that you really care about, make sure you put it on heartworm medicine. Other than that, this is the news from Newton, Texas. And it's just me. Anyway, Allison and I are doing well. And hopefully sometime mid-March we should be moved in if things go well with the bidding process. And then I'll show you some video of our new old house. Anyway, that's about it. Darren, everybody, y'all take care and do what you gotta do.